Good evening, folks. Today is a simple stream. Oh, it's very simple. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a well-deserved rest. This rest is important. It's very important. Now, I'm not going to be sleeping on camera because that's wrong. But I'm just going to chill for my usual self. Because I realize there's a lot more to this than the shadow I've been emitting. There's light too. And rest is that light. Resting, I don't mean sleeping. Like, literally resting. Cool. Good. Fun. There's a bit of a problem with OBS now. Do you need better Wi-Fi? Much better Wi-Fi. Resting's important. Staying down. Breathing. Making the real you come out. Not the fake you that you think, that other people think is the real you. Okay, universe, I get it. Jesus Christ. Resting. Just resting. Not fighting. Doing anything. Just resting. No overthinking. No thinking about what to say. Just resting. Been playing Skyrim recently. Modded Skyrim. Pretty fun. Been doing a necromancer build. Been good. Yeah, I resurrected an old king. I feel like it'd be funny. King Olaf. You know, the one-eyed dude who was kind of a big liar. He's full shit. I had to get rid of him in the end. But yeah, I resurrected him. He was fun. Resurrected Troga Deathlord. It's all from the mod Practical Necromancy. I recommend it if you want to do a necromancer build. Very fun. you just kind of it adds a necromancy skill tree after you resurrect your first corpse, and then it's a kind of progress of just climbing the ranks. It's fun. I'm keep getting distracted by that thing. And yeah, it's fun. Just being like go into a dungeon or a cave, and there's a bunch of enemies, and they're just there's bandits or whatever, and they go to attack you. Hit the power button. Your Draugr army appears. It's like you guys have no idea how fucked you are. 'Cause they're all high level. They're higher level than me. Some of these Draugr. I'm what 22? Level 22? No, these Draugr are like level 30. It's just fun. It's fun to do. Because you just stand there. And it counts to your necromancy skills as well when they kill stuff. And yeah. You kind of just don't have to do anything. Kind of just stand there and bask in the glory of your Draugrs. Absolutely wipe out bandit camp. Oh, it's good. I was semi-inspired by Spiffing Brit. I watched his necromancy build. But his was base Skyrim, and I was like, oh, I can't bother with that. I'm gonna do modded Skyrim. I'm sure there's gonna be like one necromancy mod. That's right. Right. There are some that are a bit not what I want, not what I'm after, but there are a lot of them that are like, yes, that's perfect. What's great too is the necromancy skill tree ties directly into the conjuration skill tree. So if you've, you know, leveled up it levels up both of them. So if you level up conjuration a bunch, and then you get a few points into conjuration, like novice conjuration, apprentice conjuration, and you just level them up. And then you get the perks that add you get one additional minion. But the necromancy skill tree also does that. It adds get one additional thing per your level of necromancy, or per how much magic you've got. So now I have the limit of. Well, I can have as many as I want, but it all affects some the ones that don't affect the limit. They're called awakened undead. They're great to have. Really great to have. The drawback is you get corruption. And corruption is a bitch. Because it makes you more weak to spell damage. The higher it is, the more health regeneration is removed or debuffed. And then the more magicka is debuffed. Magic regeneration. And it's just like, oh, come on, man. I get it's a bit broken, but what the fuck? Ooh. It's fun though. I mean, there's perks that remove the corruption. One of them is halves it. 50%. So, oh, and you're awakened undead if this is another perk as well, if they assist you killing enemies, then your corruption goes down. Is really great. And it's not like a thing that goes up either. So if you've had your ascended undead for, or awakened undead for a really long time and you've had them killing a bunch of shit, and they're great. They're great fun. Because your corruption just goes down, down, down. It stacks. It's not like, oh, if you got one assist on one of your awakened undead, that's 1 point. That's it though. It's not like that. I've only got one awakened undead. I had two, but I got rid of one of them. It was a Drog, a Scourge. He was kind of shit. But now my corruption's at 50%. And then the Drog of Death Lord kept killing shit. That was my other awakened undead. He kept killing shit. And now it's on like 41. So it's gone down a lot. I love him, he's great. I'd love to be able to summon the dead. Maybe more like Genu. You know, like shadows, not as literal bodies. Could you imagine the smell of that? My sister would know, but I don't know what death smells like. Well, that's not true. If you've ever been to a butcher's, then you know what death smells like. But like a human body, I don't know what a human body smells like after they've died. I imagine it's bad though. Interesting topic. The dead. Anyway, but yeah, I'd love to be able to summon shadows. It's so cool. Like Megumi. I'm a big anime fan. It's just like it. Like stories. They're good fun. Stories that tell tales of that's my favorite one actually. Stories where the main protagonist was literally nobody special. Like they were nobody. Just wrong place, wrong time. Could have literally it could have been anyone. And they just so happened to be the one involved. And that's the same with like Genu. It's the same with Peter Parker. It's the same with Doom Guy before the whole fucking DLC stuff. It's just handsome Jack, I guess. And then yeah, I know he's a villain, but still. I don't know. I stand by it. I don't think Handsome Jack's a villain at all. My man saw his own death, and he still went through with it. But I don't think he's dead. He had a doppelganger, Timothy, and he's in the DLC for Borderlands 3, Handsome Jack Part, which, if I ever get rich enough, I'm making. Because it'd just be great. But Timothy Lawrence, what is it? Timothy Lawrence. Yeah, he's the doppelganger. The doppelganger you play in Borderlands pre-sequel. He's the DLC character, which caught. I wasn't a fan of pre-sequel. I really wasn't. I thought it was kind of whatever. I was much more of a fan of Borderlands 2. But what really changed my mind was the love of Handsome Jack, because Borderlands 2, Handsome Jack's in all, like, he's there with you the entire game, pretty much. He's just the villain in your ear, telling you how much you suck, and just showing off his money and his power. And he's such a great fucking character. And then I was like, wait, pre-sequel was all about Handsome Jack, right? I think how he became Handsome Jack. Fuck, I need to play that now. And then I played it, and I was like, oh, but the characters fucking suck. They're so boring. The only one that's actually cool is maybe Athena. And who the fuck wants to play as Claptrap? There's a lot of Claptrap fans out there, but come on, you have to admit his powers are dumb. Then the DLC. You could play as Handsome Jack, or you could play as Jack's doppelganger, Timothy. And that's how I beat pre-sequel, that character, because my god, is that character so much fun. I quote Jack's dialogue like all the fucking time. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, because I believe in you. AI is so good. Seriously. Like Borderlands 3, mixed opinions. I enjoyed it somewhat. Thought it was okay. It was fine. The DLCs, pretty good. Guns Over Tentacles, love that one. I love Lovecraftian stuff. Big fan of Lovecraftian stories. I know he's a massive racist, but and let's not forget the name of his cat. But can't deny he was an interesting man. Yeah, can't deny he was an interesting man. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, Handsome Jackpot. That DLC was pretty good too. Mainly just for Jack. Like, it's great. And that's why I think he's alive. Because at the very end of the DLC, when Jack's freed, well, Jack, Timothy is freed from the boss. And then, because he cuts his hand off using the laser gate he's trapped in, the laser cage. He, you know, Mad Moxie frees him and all that stuff. And she's like, "Oh, honey, if I knew you were the real Jack, I'd have killed you long ago." And then he leaves. And there's that moment where he's like walking out. He's free from the casino. And he's walking out and he hears her words again. It's like, if I knew you were the real Jack, I'd have killed you. And he's like, oh. And he runs back to her. Tinfoil hat, right? Tinfoil hat. I don't think he was like, oh, she doesn't see Jack. She sees real me, Timothy. I think Timothy was the one you killed at the end of Borderlands 2. I think that was Timothy. Because remember, Jack saw the future. When Lilith smashed that old symbol into his face, making the biggest threat to Pandora since the vault's opening. And yeah, he saw the future before that. Before he got the vault symbol smashed into his face. Because that's what the vault symbol treasure was. Knowledge. And so I think because he was a man of many plans, I think he opened the vault, or at least had Timothy do it, because remember, all the doppelgangers had chips implanted into them that would make them become Jack. I mean, the guy had his own hologram that was sentient. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. And yeah, Timothy started getting like sudden outbursts of rage and psychosis and like wanting to kill cats. This is dialogue he says in one of the games. It was the actual. It was a pre-sequel, or it was the DLC for 3. But he talks about it, and yeah, I thought it was kind of funny at the time. But now I'm like, what if their brains are slowly turning into Jack? That's why they're getting the psychosis and shit. So, with that being said, there's a good possibility that the Jack you fought at Borderlands 2 was actually Timothy. And the real Jack was somewhere off fucking planet on his casino. Now, yes, there's a good point of, well, the casino shut down because Jack died. Is it all crazy to assume that he did it for appearances? I mean, there must be a reason why Timothy, why that one doppelganger of Jack survived. He just died. Why did this one doppelganger survive? Maybe because he's an ex-vault hunter. Maybe because he's, it's not, just built different. Or maybe he's actually Jack. He knows the ins and outs of the ship. All plausible. And that's why, but at the end, where he's like, trust me, honey, if I knew you were Jack, I'd have killed you. I know the difference. Where he's like, oh, it's because that's Jack, like, thinking, oh my god, I actually fooled her. She's so dumb. I actually fooled Mad Moxie. Because again, Jack saw the future. He saw him waking up the warrior, and then presumably saw himself die. Why would he go through all the trouble of waking up the warrior if he knew he was going to die? Stubborn? Who knows? I'm just coping at this point. Borderlands was a good franchise, but that's kind of shit. And honestly, if they want to revive it, they want to like bring it back. Bring Jack back, bro. There's a reason why there's a handsome Jack collection. We want Jack. Because he's the fucking GOAT. Am I biased because I'm called Jack? Yeah. I'm very biased. But he's cool. he's like Doctor Doom. Just doesn't give a fuck. He's married to the mission. He's very stubborn. And doesn't dream like lesser men. He dreams of something grander. I mean, without him, Hyperion wouldn't have been like on the map. Sure, Hyperion went over the guns, but Jack, he gave them iridium. He gave them the secrets from vaults. He wanted to save Pandora in his own way. Because, again, Jack is not a villain. Yes, he's a bit psychotic, and yes, he murdered people that had no intention of backstabbing him, but he couldn't. He had no reason to trust them. You know what? With good fucking reason. Because what happened? Lilith, Moxie, and kind of Roland went behind your back. They killed Jack's little project that he was working on. The Eye of the thing. And then they tried to blow you up with him. And while the ship was blowing up, and it would have killed all of you, all the Vault Hunters, including Jack, when their main target was to kill Jack and destroy the weapon. The only one that apologized was Roland. It's like, I'm sorry, soldier. The other two, those fucking bitches, they were laughing, they were cheering. They were mocking you, mocking Jack. So no, Lilith is not a good person. I really hope she's dead. Moxie, you're not that attractive. Roland, you didn't deserve to be killed. I'll be honest. You didn't. I don't think you deserved it. And Jack, your one mistake was, trying to kill all Vault Hunters. Because I'm just saying, you know Vault Hunters. They will take anything. As long as money's involved. They'll take fucking anything. As long as business is involved. And you're a very convincing man. You could have just told them that, hey, I know they're like labeling themselves as the resistance, as the sanctuary. But they're fucking bandits, dude. They're bandits. They literally tried to kill me while I was trying to save Pandora from the bandits. Because I recognize there's people on Pandora that aren't about the bandits. They don't like the bandits. They're trying to live normal lives. Same with people on Alpine, the moon. They ain't trying to fuck around with shit like that. I mean, it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So I hope Jack's not dead because he's the best thing to come out of Borderlands. He's my favorite, at least. He's a good egg. And you can't deny he's got style. And his voice, Damien Clark, oof. Good voice. A very good voice. Man, I went on a big tangent, didn't I? Yeah, those are my favorite stories. People that were nobodies who became great. As Jack, like he was just a low level programmer who opened the first vault, or who led the vault hunters to open the first vault, and that opened up Pandora to Iridium, and well, yeah, I guess. it wasn't the first fault, but it as well have been. It was called Destroyer, wasn't it? The monster inside it. Anyway, regardless, doesn't matter. What matters is he was just a programmer who had a daughter who was siren, and he just tried to live a normal life as a Hyperion engineer, as a Hyperion, yeah, hacker, low level programmer, and then so and so and so he unlocks the second vault on the moon, and that's where he gets betrayed so many times. And then the final betrayal was him getting a face load of fucking vault symbol that seared his perfect handsome face. Which, what's wrong with having a bit of confidence in your appearance? His was a bit extreme, but like, there's nothing wrong with being confident. Yeah, they all got what they just fucking deserved. And I hope Lilith, because she makes terrible decisions. She's not a good person. She's frankly annoying, and I don't like her. Now that sounds like I don't like women, but I fucking loved Maya, and they killed her off for no reason. Why? Oh, so to get the little kid to fucking rise up. Ava. They tried to do another Tiny Tina. It just didn't work. Tiny Tina is the fucking goat too. But my god. My god. Oh, true. Fuck, what's she called? The playable character in 3. Oh, I'm trying to remember her name. She's like called the Fist of the White Bengal Tiger or something. I just can't remember her name. But she was cool as well. I like playing as her. She was the siren you could play as in 3. She was pretty cool. Yeah, Tiny Tina's great. Tanis. I like Tanis. He was very funny. A bit eccentric, but funny. Ellie. I love Ellie. Firecracker, that one. What was that? Can't quite hear you. Let's say you first meet her, she crushes a bandit in a car crusher. So, that was fun. She's lovable. Why'd they kill Scooter too? They killed so many people. I like. They killed Jack. They killed Roland. They killed Scooter. They killed Maya. They killed fucking Ellie. Not Ellie. Scooter. I already said Scooter. Yeah. They killed a lot of people I like. What was Dr. Zed at? Is he in the new one? I don't care, frankly. Ooh. The Maya death one, that stung the most. Actual bullshit. Because Creek, I love Creek. Creek was so fun. Creek in Borderlands 2. Him and Gage. They were my two favorite characters. Gage I loved because she could summon Death Trap, and her skill tree was really cool. Especially I liked the one where I think it was a third skill tree. If you leveled it up, it would make the Infinity Pistol not work. I like that. I think that's amazing. One of her perks, I think it improves reload time, but it lowers the bullet count of guns by 1 per like out of 5, I think. And for other guns, that's fine. You know, some sniper rifles that are like 4 bullets, that'll become like 3. Infinity though, Infinity was a pistol that had infinite ammo. But the problem was, it technically had 1 bullet in the chamber, which means you could reload it. However, with Gage's perk, it would remove that 1 bullet. And since there was no bullet in the gun, you couldn't fire it because there was no bullet to fire. So the gun was effectively no longer infinite. It was finite. Not even finite, it was empty. There's nothing in it. Just like, may as well be a toy. And I thought that was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny. But I love her and Death Trap's relationship. I love their dialogue. Like, I should give you a third arm just for high fives. Like, she's great. But Creek, I fucking love Creek because he's just a nutcase, absolute nutcase, and goddamn right, his DLC made me cry. The cluster truck, absolute cluster truck. Creek's Mind, I think it was called. And the basic premise of the DLC is you go inside of Creek's head to understand why psychos are the way that they are. I think used with the help of Tannis. And it's really sad because you see why Krieg is kind of like how he views the outside world. He thinks that everyone thinks he's stupid, that he's just a psycho, that he's nobody important. He's just like cannon fodder. They only keep him around because he doesn't kill them. But that's not true. They all love him, and they all like his company, and that they all have a lot of fun with him. And you get to, like, the whole part of the game is that you following a book, and it's Maya's book, and it's Creek's finally coming to terms with Maya's death, and he's like him and the other personality, the psycho personality, they both say goodbye to Maya, and God, why you do that to me? Why? Any of the audio logs you find where she's like talking to Creek, and Creek's basically saying, "Don't leave." He's kind of like begging her to stay with him. And she's like, "Don't worry, big guy. I'll be right back." And she's not. She's not right back. She dies. Fucking Troy, man. One thing I like about Troy is he's voiced by Max Millman. That's it. But, yeah. What can you do? What can you do? And yeah, a DLC broke my heart. But I love that relationship. Because I like to believe that Maya could read Creek's mind. She's a siren. A very powerful siren. And yeah, I like to believe that Maya could understand Krieg because she could actually hear the real voice in Krieg's head, the sane personality, the one that was like not talking about meat bicycles and lambs for the cosmic slaughter, all that shit. The sane voice. I think she could hear it, and that's why she could understand it. You can understand him because, well, I mean, he did scream at her, "Look out, pretty lady," and then murdered a psycho by throwing a buzz at that a guy, and she's like, "Huh." And yeah, I'm like, why kill Maya, dude? You don't think Krieg's lost enough? And yeah, it helped him kind of repair the relationship with him and himself, but like, bullshit. Complete bullshit. Yeah, those are some of the stories of Borderlands I like. I really do like to yap, don't I? It's fine. Today's a rest day, so it's fine. Yeah, all the characters that are like zero to hero that I really enjoy. Doom guy before the DLCs. You know, where they painted him, or before Eternal even, where they painted him as this like destined chosen one. He's basically the creator of everything. No, I just liked it when he was just a marine. Like he was just a marine, a Christian, or was he Catholic? He was just a marine. Like he got sent to Mars because he hit his commanding officer while wanting to kill. Like, he ordered Doomguy to kill, I think, civilians or innocents, and Doomguy was like, "Fuck no," knocked him the fuck out, and then he got taken to Mars to be bodyguards for the called is it ARC? No, that's just ARC. No, ARC. That sounds right. Well, he goes up there to be on, you know, duty to be the bodyguards of these scientists. And it's not exactly work out the way you intended, because what he intended, because they end up accidentally opening a portal to hell, as you do, and it turns Mars into a kind of ritual summoning site for the demons. And they use corrupting magic to turn the scientists and the other Marines into thralls. And Doomguy being the only one with like so much fucking rage in his heart. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Kind of takes it upon himself to just clear them out. And he does just that by himself. He outmaneuvers, he outperforms, out he overpowers the oncoming demonic horde. And he's just a guy. Doomguy is just a guy. And he goes fucking nuts. Too angry to die. Literally came from him. And he uses all the experimental tech that they had, like plasma rifles, the BFG 9000, which I love because it literally, like, yeah, I'm sure it has an actual name, but he just ends up calling it the big fucking gun, which, yeah, it's accurate because it is a big fucking gun. great. I love Doom. I really love Doom, and I especially loved it when, uh, you do all that. He beats the fucking Icon of Sin in Doom 2, which at that point was just a wall. He ends up in hell, he ends up out of hell, and blah, 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 blah. And his rage increases because they kill his bunny, Daisy, which that would piss me off if I had a pet bunny. If I had a pet cat and they kill it, oh yeah, I'd go nuts. I'd go berserk. So, very valid. And then Doom 2016 came out. Really liked that one because the Praetor suit is just divine. What a fucking specimen of a suit of armor. God damn, is it cool. I fucking love it. And then all the lore, it's like talking about this Dark Avenger. And it's like, yeah, this Doom guy, oh, he's the same one. But he's like fucking an avenging angel now. And he's fought the demons for thousands of years. And then Doom Eternal came out and it explained it. Like what's going on. And Doom Guy just went on a fucking killing spree as a human, bandaging up his own wounds, all that stuff. And eventually he found himself into the Sentinel City. What was it, Sentinel Prime? And they put him against pit fighters because they found him outside the gates. He just wound up there. He went through like a few poles and just wound up there. And they put him in the cage fight against other, against other demonic, not demonic, other prisoners. He proved himself, and he just kept fighting. He would not let up. He just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. His willpower was insane. Is insane. Just kept fighting. And then he would go on missions because he was known as the outsider. He would join the Sentinels because he warned them about the demons. They didn't know about them at first. And then he would end up joining them on raiding parties because he really wanted to kill demons. And he kept doing it with the Sentinels. The Sentinels started to grow on him. Well, he started to grow on the Sentinels. And then eventually, because of the events of one of the betraying Sentinel Prime, or was it Beth? One of the cities. Doom Guy ends up with the help of Seraphim called Sam Yule or Samin. I don't remember his name. It is Samuel Hayden. With the help of him, they use this machine called the Divinity Machine. And it gives Doom Guy the fucking power of basically a god. It gives him the power of divinity itself. And it makes him immortal. Makes him always full of energy. Always like gives him fucking infinite strength, infinite power. Now, here's the interesting thing. The Seraphims and the Hell Priests, they would use the Divinity Machine to see the future. And that's how they learned that Doom Guy wasn't full of shit about the demons, because they used it to kind of see into the future. They don't get like flashes of it, but it would like give them the knowledge of what they want. It's not necessarily the future, but like you give them the knowledge of what's to come, or like what is out there. It's kind of like their version of a Google search. Of like, I'm not sure if there's a shop nearby that sells this certain item. And so they would Google it and they'd be like, oh, there is. It's like that, I think. And I think it's interesting because when Doomguy gets the Divinity Machine's power, and I mean all of it, he gets all of it. Like this machine breaks because he's been absorbed. Like all of it gets absorbed into him. I think what's funny is that power to kind of see where things are, he does use it a lot in the games. Like in Doom 2016, you get flashbacks of like where keys are that you've never been to, of like areas you've never actually been to in game. And he's like, okay, I need to find this key to open a door, or I need to, the crucible. I need to get the crucible. Where the fuck is the crucible? It could be anywhere in hell. And he gets like this fucking migraine, and it's flashbacks of where the crucible is. That's his divinity power literally working for him, telling him, oh, you need to find that. Oh, it's there. And it shows him. And it shows you, the player, where it is. Like, oh. So with that knowledge, I'm like, oh. So in a weird way, Doom Guy's kind of omnipotent. He kind of knows where everything is. That's why he's always on, like, that's why he knows where the Hell Priests are. Or why well, it's obviously because of the ship's AI, which is God. But I feel like if he just needed to find out where they were, he would. The divinity in him would just tell him because he has that power. I do love though that he has got the power of a god inside him and he uses it to just strengthen his muscles and beat the ever loving shit out of demons. I love that. I think it's fucking wonderful. Um, yeah, I think it's great. Doomguy's so cool. Yeah, and then the DLCs, Ancient Gods. It was cool. Kind of fucking. It was more fan service roller coaster ride for me, but it was cool. It was a challenge. It was fun for a bit. The war, though, I don't like it because it made Doomguy like, oh, he wasn't just a random space marine that disobeyed orders and got sent to Mars. He was like, no, he was destined to be this because he's basically the creator of everything. He's basically God because Hell's version of him, the Dark Lord, is him. Like the Dark Lord literally is Doomguy, just with a bunch of markings on him. So yeah. Now whether that's because it took the shape of someone, of took the shape of Doomguy because it was like, oh, maybe that's why, or I don't know. Who can say? Doesn't really explain it, but I don't know. Making Doomguy kind of seem like this was like destined to happen. Kind of sucks the fun out of it because I'm like, don't make it like Doomguy was the only one destined for this. It's like what they did with Peter Parker. You know, when what I love about Spider Man is that Peter Parker, anyone could have been Spider Man. Anybody. You can wear the mask. Anyone. could have been he was just a kid that happened to be bit by a spider that gave him powers. That was it. And I know there's a lot more about him as a person that makes him Spider-Man, but the core of it, he was just a kid that was bit by a spider. Anyone could have been there at the exact same time as him. Got bit. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Flash Thompson in What If, in a What If. And then Peter ended up working for him, with him, to fight crime. Anyway, in the Amazing Spider-Man films, which I love. Okay, I love those movies. Gwen Stacy and Peter, you know, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, their relationship in those movies. My God, those two are fucking wonderful actors. And I need more of that. Why the hell did they kill Gwen? I get it, it's to pay homage to the comic. But fuck you. Fuck you. That man's lost enough. He lost Uncle Ben. He lost a mentor. He lost fucking uh the police chief. And then he lost his love of his life. Are you fucking kidding me? Bunch of bullshit. That's what you want, but like at least fucking Toby didn't lose MJ. To be honest, I probably worse. MJ was kind of a bitch. She cheated on fucking everyone. She was cheating on everyone. Who cares? Peter loves her. She loves him. Complicated. It's love. Anyway. But I love Amazing Spider-Man. I love those movies. What I don't like, Amazing Spider-Man 2, when they reveal that the DNA that his dad used on the spiders was his own, which basically means that the only way the venom of the spiders would work is if you were of the same blood line as Richard Parker. Which means if anyone else got bit by those spiders, you'd probably die. But if you were a descendant or ascendant, if you were part of the Parker bloodline, you'd be fine. You'd get the spider powers, which is why Peter gets it. That's why he becomes Spider-Man. And that's why fucking Harry Osborn turns into that thing. It's bullshit. Don't make it a destiny thing. Don't make it like, yes, you were born to be this. This is why you were chosen. The chosen one. No. I don't like that. What I don't like about Skyrim. Like, that stuff great. You're a prisoner. You're literally about to be executed. Dragon stops the fucking conflict. And then you kill one dragon, you suck out its soul, and then it turns out you're actually an ancient warrior of time, of old, that hunts dragons because you can use the power of dragons. You're the dragonborn. And I'm like, cool. Oblivion, completely different. You really are a fucking nobody. The only reason why you're in that cage at all was because of a mix up. You just so happened to be put in the one cell that led to the emergency escape tunnel for the Emperor. And just so happens that his sons were killed by the fucking cult. What they're called. And then the Emperor, for some reason, just trusts you because he saw you in a dream and it's Patrick Stewart. And then he gets killed and he gives you the Amulet of Kings. And he instructs you to deliver it to this dude. You really are just a guy or a girl, just a person, a prisoner. And then you go on to become great because you're backed up by the divine. Which, yeah, it kind of sounds like Destiny, but like you're not like the main hero. You're just like a hero. You went from zero to hero, and you became the hero of Kvatch. You became the savior of Bravil, and you became the champion of Cyrodiil. But you read the books in Skyrim about the Oblivion Crisis. There's like 3, 4 mentions of you. There's no mention of the champion of Cyrodiil. There's no mention of like the man that stood up, that carried the amulet, stood up to Maroon's Dagon. Was like, no. It mentions the hero Kvatch. It mentions you taking that fucking book from the cult. It mentions you becoming the hero of Bravil. And it mentions you joining back in the fight. It doesn't mention the hero of Cyrodiil stuff, the champion of Cyrodiil. What it does mention is Martin, played by Sean Bean, turning into a giant golden dragon and killing Maroon's Dagon, or at least banishing back to Oblivion. That's fucking cool. Because, yeah, you're not the main hero of the game, right? The main hero was Martin. He was the hidden son of the Emperor. And he's the one that turned into a giant gold dragon of Akatosh and beat the shit out of Maroon's Dagon. You're just along for the ride. I like those stories. You played a very important role. A very important role. But you're not the main hero. Like, you're not the one that's actually saved Tamriel. You just like set things in motion to save Tamriel. I like those stories. Good. Because it's lessens the ego fast. But like Skyrim, it's like, oh, you're the Dragonborn? Yeah, you gotta do everything now. Literally, like, there's nobody special compared to you. You are the Dragonborn. Like, yay. Cool. Just what I always wanted. Just what I always wanted. I do get the appeal though. It's the hero fantasy we all want. I get it. And it's something I'm seeing in myself, to be honest. But that's for another time. And I've been yapping for a while. Well, I think I've been yapping for like an hour. So I'm gonna call it there because I had fun. Just resting, relaxing. It was good. It was good. Hope you all enjoyed it. Uh, regular stream tomorrow, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Get some sleep. Or read a book. Or rest. Does wonders. You'd be surprised. Anyway, farewell.